So it is now up to 3. And the borders will grow in 2 turns. And I think this pink thing is what it will expand to. So I'm not entirely sure if this is the truth, but we will find out in 2 turns. If I actually get this wine, then yes, that's how it works. My warrior is still alive, so that's pretty good. Let's attack this warrior again. Try and kill them, take over the camp, because otherwise Isabella is going to beat me to it. Here we go. Barbarian encampment cleared, so you get 25 gold and some experience and some culture now, because we have the honor thing in our social policies. So that's good. Next turn. Let me just take a drink of water. I've been talking like non-stop for over 20 minutes. Oh my god. Let's see. So we earned enough experience on this unit by fighting that we can actually pick a promotion. Edit. You can change the name as well, by the way, if you want to do that. So if I want my warrior's name to be John, I can do that, I think. There we go. John the Warrior. Yay. You can also pick a promotion now because we leveled up. So one of these is heal completely. So this might seem like a bad idea because you're wasting a better promotion. But if you're like in trouble, if you're in the middle of a war and your unit is wounded and you want to heal up fast, you can pick that one and just get to attacking immediately. You can get a 20% combat strength when fighting in rough terrain. And you can get a 20% combat strength when fighting in open terrain. So rough terrain is like forest. Plains is obviously open terrain. Things like hills are also rough. There's a lot of rough terrain, especially in the beginning part of the game when there's like forests everywhere. I like to pick, give me this bonus, the rough terrain bonus. And then I'm just going to fortify until healed, because otherwise he's going to get killed. And that's a waste of a promotion, because now this unit is way stronger than a normal warrior. So my scout is still over here. He was fortified, and another warrior attacked me. He got 7 damage, I only got 4. Because I was fortified, again. So I can attack him. Here we go. And he should give me a decisive victory. Let's see if that actually turns out that way. So as you can see, it foretold, the little thingy, told me, you know, if you attack him, you're definitely going to win, and, you know, it'll be nice, and we'll be best friends forever. But in truth, I lost the battle because, like I said, it's not set in stone. It can always, something bad can always go down. And yes, we actually did get the wine, which is another luxury resource. And we also have an oasis, which just gives you a lot of food, because stuff actually does grow next to it. Now, this is all like desert, but thank God it's right next to the water. So it says floodplains, desert, river. So it gives way more food than a normal desert, because they do not give any food whatsoever. So we have a pretty nice spot, in my opinion. I've seen better spots. I've played some very interesting games. And I might make more videos. Well, I will definitely make more videos of this game, by the way. Wow. I will definitely make more videos of this game. It is my favorite game at the moment. I've been playing it like a ton, and it's so much fun. So definitely expect more videos. Even if you don't like it that much, I'm sorry, but I will do a series on this no matter what. Next turn. So Barbarians just popped up like right next to our city. Now, I didn't go into depth about this, but as you can see here, this little city combat strength of 9 means how strong our city is. It's not that bad, but it's not very great either. And when an enemy gets close, you can actually pick this, click on this to have the city conduct a ranged attack, click that unit, and as you can see, it will do 3 damage, is what it like proposes or tells me. I'm not quite sure what the word is that I'm looking for, and I can attack them and do around 3 damage. So now it's 2, like I said, not set in stone, anything can happen, but that's fine. Now my warrior is also done producing, so I can run him out here to sort of scare the enemy. And let's see, what are we working on? Trapping. So now we have 2 warriors. Oh, he's actually still alive. One of our scouts died. So that's sort of a mess to be in, because you actually do need a bit of a scout. So what I'm going to do is just make a new scout. It might be a waste of a turn or a couple of turns, but that's fine. Here we go. So we can fire on an enemy again. What I want to do is kill the shit out of this warrior. Now, as you can tell, I do have a minor victory over him, but he will still survive. So what I'm going to do is attack first with the city. Only 1 damage. That's kind of crappy. And then attack. for a minor victory. So let's just try this and see what happens. So it's because they're on a hill, they get like a modifier to their defense. 5 damage, 5 damage. Not the worst, not the best. Also, trapping is now done. Now, you can also take another look at the technology screen. There's a whole lot of options, and if you're not sure what to choose, just think wisely. What are you trying to do, and what are you looking for? So it also says what it leads to. So if I research pottery, I can build a granary, or granary, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. And it makes extra food, but it does cost 1 gold in maintenance. But it produces extra food, and it produces a whole lot of food if you're next to wheat, bananas, or deer, which I'm not, so it might not be extremely worth it. So mining leads to, you can construct a mine, which improves production, and chop down forests for production as well. So if you're annoyed by all these forests, you can just chop them down. Now the wheel is another very good one that will allow you to make chariot archers, for which you do need horses, but it's a very powerful unit this early in the game. It gives you a water mill, which does have a pretty high maintenance cost, but it will give you lots of food and production. So it's very, very neat. And you can also construct a road. Now, roads are especially useful. I'm going to go for pottery, by the way, because I don't need to have a road right now. But let's say I found another city here and I have a road running between them. That will make a trade route. And a trade route basically means that all my luxury resources I have here are available to this city as well, if I had one here. So that way you can make people happy, because luxury resources make people happy. As you can see, 1 improved plus 4 happiness, which is actually very important, because if you have unhappiness, then your city will not grow. So let's click next turn. This barbarian is probably going to attack me. No, it's going to run away with a pussy. I'm not going to attack him, because if you kill him with a city, then you do not get any experience whatsoever. So I'm going to click this warrior. Go like, yo warrior, what's up? Attack this son of a bitch. And of course he dies. And I take 1 damage, which is not very bad. So I get some experience on this warrior. I get some culture, which is always nice to have. And that's pretty much it. This guy's still healing. He's pretty much done with healing. And now he has earned enough for another promotion as well. Now, I want to use this one for defense a little bit, and I see a lot of, like, open terrain here, so I'm going to go for the open terrain bonus. And just have him run out here and murder the shit out of this warrior with only 1 HP left. Come on, just smack him. If we're going to lose, I'm going to... Okay. We actually take 2 damage, which is a lot if you consider the fact that we only went up against 1 warrior, but oh well. Next turn. And now we have another social policy. Let's adopt it. So you can now go further into this tree, or you can adopt a new one. It's all fine. If you're trying, I actually haven't talked about this before. Victory progress. So there's a couple of ways you can win. One of which is domination, which is by taking the capital city of all your enemies. Only like actual civilizations, not city-states. Another one is science. So if you have if you research a lot of technology, you can actually go into space. And the first one to go into space wins this one. Diplomatic, which is by becoming friends with like lots of city-states. You can actually win a diplomatic victory. Or by cultural, you need 5 full social policies. 5 of these trees filled out. And then you can build this, the Utopia project, and then you win as well. If you do any of these, it doesn't matter which one. If you do any of these first, you win. So let's say Spain is going for the domination. He wants to kill me, or she wants to kill me rather. And she wants to destroy my my capital. I can just build like a lot of defense and I don't know, make lots of culture or research a lot of things and go into outer space and still win. That's basically how it works. And you can also see our score here. Here we go. So right now I have a score of 52 and Spain has a score of 54. And their status or disposition to me is neutral, which means they don't particularly like me, nor do they hate me. So that's about it. And here you can check your advisors: military, economic, foreign, and science. So you know, the military advisor tells you about your enemies and how powerful their military is. And you know, having a modern military is key to safety and effective attacks. So he's basically saying research the wheel so we can get powerful units. Consider what our enemies might be planning, but not too much. If you did that, I wouldn't have a job. Okay, so she doesn't have really any advice. Side advisor is saying, you know, research the wheel so we can construct the floating gardens and a water mill. So for extra like Efficiency, okay. So it can actually get extra research, these beakers. And he's saying that we're doing a pretty good job at making research. So they're talking about money, blah blah blah. We don't have any ivory, and there's a source near Sukhothai. Send a worker out to improve that tile. So if we do actually get a worker now, which I will work on next, we can make like a camp here and actually harvest this ivory. So we get ivory and we can like trade that. It's very useful. So the first thing I want to do is check this out. Do we need to go further into honor? I'm not really looking for military strength. I do not want to destroy my enemies. I just want to become friends with city-states, that sort of stuff. So patronage is probably the best tree for me, but we need to be in the medieval area to actually go there. Now, if you adopt this, your influence with city-states degrades way slower, and they will like you like easier. And if you give them, you can give them money to make them like you. So it's like, you know, you need less money to make them like you. They won't like go down as fast, that sort of stuff. So I don't really need to go into honor. I think, let's see, plus 15% production when trading melee units, and the great general appears outside the capital. Or plus 10% combat strength for military units which have another military unit in an adjacent tile, which means right next to them. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but oh well. This one does. Each city with a garrison increases empire happiness by 1 and culture by 2. This one reduces the cost of upgrading military units. So let's say you have a warrior now, but you advance way further into time. So you have like soldiers with actual guns. Then you don't need to pay as much to actually upgrade them. So you need to pay a sum of gold, but it's less. And there's one for letting military units gain more experience from combat. Now what I want to do is, let's see, I'm going to go with this one, I think. Because it gives a lots of culture. It gives food, and that's good. And this one only gives 1 culture in every city. This one gives 3 culture in your capital. And all I have is my capital right now. So this one will pay off the most right now. So I'm going to go with that. It might be the dumbest thing ever. I don't even know. I'm just saying, you know, it's what I like to do. And here we go. Our first city-state. Oh my freaking god. Now we don't see them yet. But we see their border, which is always like, with like these weird stripes. You have met Florence. You have met the city-state of Florence. And they give you some gold. And if you're actually the first to meet them, they will give you some extra gold. So I'm guessing Isabella from Spain already ran into them. So they're giving us less gold, but that's fine. 15 gold is still nice to get. Now our scout is done. So I'm going to let him scout for a little bit. Let that other warrior heal. And let's see. I actually want to get working on a worker. Because then we can actually harvest our ivory, make some camps, set up a plantation here as soon as we can. But we need a calendar for a plantation, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we do. Calendar. So we start out with pottery, and as soon as that's done, we can research things like sailing, calendar, and writing. But I'll get into that as soon as pottery is done. Actually, this guy can walk again. Just go over there and explore for a little bit more barbarians, which we want to fight. Now, I don't think I have to be afraid right now of being murdered to death. So let's just shoot these barbarians. Barbarians generally are just out to mess with you and like burn your land. You can actually go into someone else's land if you're at war with them. I just spit on my screen. And then you can just like pillage their land, which basically means if they have a farm, you can set it on fire and they do not get any food from that anymore. So we are now up to our next thing for research. Now, there's a lot of options. So considering the options, I want this wine so I can trade it and actually utilize this little piece of land. I can also do mining, but I'm not very much interested in that, seeing as I don't have like gems or silver or something interesting for which I would want to make a mine. So, and I can also make Stonehenge if I go for the calendar, which gives you a lot of culture. It does take a little bit longer to build, but I'll get into that later on. But it's very useful. And you can also use stoneworks, which gives you extra production, extra happiness, and even more production if you have like marble or stone right next to you, which I don't. Let's see if I can find a square with stone or marble. No, I don't see any. But yeah, sometimes. Oh, here we go. Some stone. This is stone, and if you can build a mine there and harvest the stone. Now, it doesn't actually do that much. You cannot trade stone, but it can give you some extra production if you build like a stoneworks or a mine right next to it. It gives you extra production. Very useful. And this is a barbarian camp, if you're wondering. So I'm going to go with... also, sailing is not particularly useful for me right now. It gives you the ability to build boats. But as you can tell, I'm not right next to the sea, so I can't make boats. Also allows you to make fishing boats, so you can harvest these fishies for extra food. But I can't really use that. Also allows you to build the Great Lighthouse Wonder, which gives all your military naval units +1 movement and +1 sight, which is very useful. But I can't really use any of this now. Writing is also actually pretty useful, so you can make a library for extra science, and the Great Library Wonder for free technology and a lot of science. And we already went over that one, so let's go with calendar. So I'm probably going to end this video soon, because I've been recording for 40 minutes, and this game takes a long time to play normally, and it takes even longer if you're going to like go through every single detail. So I'm going to ask you guys right now, leave a comment if you watch this video, if you enjoy it, and you know, you're making me very happy, because I love this game and I want to share it with you guys. Decisive victory, let's go for it. But do you think I should explain everything in depth? Should I explain what you get for researching certain things and why I'm doing certain things, that sort of stuff? Do I need to do that, yes or no? Oh, so the recording is stuttering a little bit. I'm not quite sure why. Probably because it is a pretty graphics intense game. It's pretty beautiful, and it's also pretty hard to record that well on 30 frames, which I do have now for some reason. Sukhothai has grown, so now our worker is being produced faster, but it takes a lot longer for it to... it only makes 2 food, of which 8 are eaten, so every citizen eats 2 food. So if I went for the food focus, which doesn't do anything for some reason, but I see... Oh, okay, so we're already producing as much food as we can. Because as you can see, 2 food, 2 food, 3 food, and 1 food, and that's where all the citizens are working. So, but for every citizen you get, you can pick 1 spot for them to work on, which is very useful. But this one is making a lot of money for me, which is nice. It's probably the best way to do this. Or if I think production is very important, I can take this away, go on that one, and now it's producing the worker a bit faster. Now we're not making as much food because, let's see if I can get that screen back. There we go. Because now I locked it on here. It does have a little bit more production, but it has way less gold and some less food too. And so I'm just gonna go for this. That's just the best thing to do. Scout, go! Scout for me. Oh, my warrior is still here. Let's kill this bandit for some extra bonus culture. And actually what's really nice, I can just save this game and load it at a later date when I'm actually ready to... let's see, some extra culture, that's very, very good. Let's just heal this guy. And that's basically the end of the turn now. We have 4 citizens, I know that. But I think this is the perfect time to stop. I've been recording for about 40 minutes, which means 2 20-minute videos. Did you guys enjoy this, yes or no? You can just leave some feedback, that's totally fine. I'm not going to stop making these videos, even if you guys like don't enjoy it at all. If you're like, oh, this is the worst game ever, I'm going to punch my mom in her face if you don't stop. I will keep going. I love making these videos. I love playing this game. It is amazing. Just give it a chance, is all I can say. You know, just give it a bit of a chance. So I'm just going to go into save game. This is an old game I still going on. I started it this morning. And I can actually, let's see, can I give this a name? Save? Oh, it just saved for some reason. Okay, so I'm guessing I can change the name of the save. That's fine. I just have to remember that this is the one I'm using for my my series. DLC installed, yes. But let's see. The following DLC is required by the save game: Isabella's Spain and Pachacuti's Incan Empire, Kamehameha's Polynesian Empire, Nebuchadnezzar's Babylon, Upgrade 1, Genghis Khan's Mongolia. So, by looking at that, I can sort of say, oh, you know, I'm guessing some of these guys will be in there. These are other leaders, sort of like downloadable content civilizations. So that's a pretty nifty trick, I guess. Details. Gives you all sorts of details. Pretty handy. So I'm gonna go finish this video now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, leave a little comment down below letting me know, should I describe every single thing? Do you want me to go in depth? Do you want to learn as much as you can about this game? Or should I just go through the game a bit faster than this? Because we've only had 25 turns, which is not that much whatsoever. How many turns are... I'm pretty sure there's a way to see how many turns are left, but that's fine. I actually caught up to Isabella with score, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, do you want me to go in depth on everything, or do you want me to just like go through it a bit faster? Let me know that. That's all I want to know, besides whether you guys enjoy this or not. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys, and I appreciate you guys still hanging out with me, hanging in with me. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say here, but thank you guys for watching my videos, and you can expect more quality gameplay videos soon. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.